Good morning. We live? I see Twitch. I see Twitch. Do I see YouTube? Why don't I see YouTube? Where the fuck are they? Where are my beautiful YouTube chatters? What is going on? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Okay, how did I fuck up? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Twitch, YouTube. Sign in, sign in. Hold up. YouTube chat, you here? And there they are. Yo, good morning, YouTube, YouTube. Good morning. All right, fixed and saved. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. We got a lot of really great things to talk about. Yeah, man. This is going to be an awesome, really fun stream. This is going to be so cool. Man, dude, everything's been great in my life the past 24 hours. It's been fucking awesome. It's been so cool. Man, these political streamers sure are great, aren't they? It's amazing. It's amazing. I will say, we're streaming on Twitch for about an hour, and then I'm going to ask everybody to hop over to YouTube. Because we're going to be talking to band streamer Dan Saltman, which I'm very excited about. Yep, I'll be talking with Dan Saltman and Nux Taku. You'll never guess what we're going to talk about, guys. You'll never guess what we're going to talk about. It's going to be great. It's going to be a very, very, very good stream. Yep, but yeah, that's what we're doing. And yeah, good morning, guys. Give me 1 second to set everything up. And then hopefully we'll be good to go. Let me just do this. Yep, and then I gotta do this. And then I gotta do this. Did any of my mods plug me on Discord yet? Okay, let's see. Do this. Yep. Okay, yeah. I don't know how long today's stream's gonna go on for, but it'll go on probably long enough. Okay, am I plugged? Do I need to tweet? This is good. This is good. Stream was plugged. Thank you, Jay. You are the fucking man. Let's... By the way, new profile picture. New profile picture on Twitter. I think it's hilarious. I think it's absolutely fucking hilarious, man. I think it's so funny. You know, it's got the best of both worlds, man. This one's way better, bro. I think it's so funny. Like, I think, and it works perfectly with my panel, so I think it's hilarious. Right? It's so good. All right, let's tweet all this shit out. Cool. Let me plug. Where is it? I need my YouTube stream. Yo, thank you, brother.
Months, you bald, sexy beast.
Appreciate you, man. Let me grab this fucking thing, and then let me take you over here. Damn, 2,000 viewers on YouTube already. Good morning, boys. All right. Let's do this, and then let's type YouTube exclusive stream. Talking with band streamer Dan Saltman at Dan Can't Stream and world's worst VTuber Nux at Nux Taku going over controversy, talking about everything. What a fun 24 hours it's been. All right, cool. Easy, 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 easy. Let's pin this to my
Hey,
profile.
Techie, can you say this Earl tung 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 saha?
Yeah, tung 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 so. Yo, boys. My dad's a military sex pest? Oh, yeah, we're talking about all that, man. We're talking about all that. It's been great. It's been really cool. Yep. You know what it is? Whenever Hassan gets his brain mentally fucked by Ethan's cock, he's got to make shit weird as fuck. So, yeah, we're going to talk about everything. Yeah, we're going to talk about my dad today. We are. We're going to talk about him. It's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. And you know what's crazy? Is that no matter what my dad has done in the past, Hassan, your ass still went to a brothel that got raided and found people that were sex trafficked, and you admitted that you went to a Diddy party. So trust me, as much as you want to use me to get an easy W after Ethan fucked you in your ass, that still doesn't make you a terrorist. That doesn't not make you a terrorist supporting cunt. It doesn't. It doesn't. But yeah, man, good job going after somebody's dad. I actually found out a lot about it. I found out a lot of new information about my dad over the last 24 hours. It's been a little weird. It's been a little fucking weird, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna talk about all of it. Yep, we're gonna talk about absolutely everything. Cool. All right. So, I'm not even gonna stall this at all. Yeah. Bro is legit going after someone so much smaller than him because he's freed up. Oh, I'm not gonna use this whole, oh, Hassan's a bigger CC than me. I don't care. Like, I understand it's like a free sympathy card, but like, I'm not the guy to take the free sympathy card. I mean, I didn't even read Hassan's article. Maybe I will today. But yeah, he made things incredibly weird and incredibly personal. He did. He did. I know a lot of people want to draw parallels of, well, you called Frogan fat, and you said the truth about Hassan. So let's just go ahead and talk about. I mean, I guess we'll have to talk about Hassan's family now too, right? But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about everything. I'm never really a guy that shies away from controversy whatsoever. But yeah, shall we begin? So first off, good morning, guys. First of all, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, what's crazy is, you know, when Hassan started talking about my dad, and he saw that article, usually I think he would have denied rapes because he's used to doing that, but I guess he went all in this time. Yeah, really strange. So let's talk about it. Why are you looking fancy? Oh, because I'm doing a podcast on YouTube. It's a big day. Plus, I wanted to dress up a little bit. So first of all, how are we all doing? How we all doing? We doing good? We doing good? Or what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good. What about GTA 6? True. We got to react to that trailer as well. GTA 6. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Great. Awesome. Missed you on YouTube, Taggy? Well, that's insane because I've uploaded. Okay, you don't get to say that. There's a lot of things that you can say towards me, but you don't get to say missed me on YouTube. And I'm going to show you demonstrably why that's an insane thing to say. So first of all, I upload 5 to 6 times every fucking day. All right? Legit. I upload 5 to 6 times every day. I want to remind you this. In the past 1 week, we've uploaded 2, 7, 12, 17, 22, 27, 32, 37, 42, 47, 52 videos. All right? And these aren't short videos. These are long form content. And then on top of that, we've also streamed every single fucking day. Every single fucking day. And on top of that, we also post 2 shorts every single fucking day. So let's calm down with the we missed you on YouTube thing. We're here every day regardless. I've been playing the fuck out of Defiance that got re-released, man. They don't make them like they used to. I'll be real, I don't entirely know what Defiance is. So yeah, why don't we just turn off the music here? And why don't we talk about what Hassan has done over the past 24 hours? This is a weird one, guys. This is a weird one. Yeah. So, first of all, I want to say thank you for being here. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the stream. I appreciate you following the stream, and I hope you're going to enjoy your time here. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Thank you for following on Twitch. But yeah, I mean, Hassan has sunk to a new low today, and it is super interesting. So, over the past 24 hours, I've said controversial things on the internet, such as a fat person is fat, support our troops, and terrorism is bad. Yep. Mm-hmm. I know. Yep, it's true. It's true. It's been. I mean, I'm gonna be real, guys, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna double down, guys. I'm gonna double down on that. Yep. I'm pivoting. I would even say I'm triple downing. Yeah, guys, I think we should support our troops, and I think terrorism is bad. Now, unfortunately, me saying that really rubbed famed Twitch streamer and Twitch golden boy, sponsored by Amazon, Hamas Diddy Osama bin Laden Adolf Piker, a.k.a. Hassanabi, made him very upset. Yeah, made him very upset. And clearly pleased Amazon and DJ Clancy. I bet they're just loving it. I bet it's been great seeing some guy say, I'm 10 toes down. I think the Houthi terrorists deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. Sure glad that's on Twitch, right? Yeah, oh man, it's so good. It's amazing. So I made him upset. We exchanged some jabs back and forth. He called me a bald pervert, gulp. Once again, I prefer the term bald gooner. And then Hassan starts going after my father. And I get very confused by this. Because me and my father have had a pretty bad past. I'm pretty open about this. My father's gone to prison. I'm very open about this. I'm very open about the traumas of my childhood. Well, all of them except like the one really big one that I try not to talk about. And I don't plan on talking about that today. I've talked about it once in the past, but I don't really feel like ever bringing it up again because I don't feel like getting emotional. So yeah, I mean, if anybody's surprised, yeah, my dad's gone to prison before. He has. Me and my father have had a pretty interesting past. Just to give you guys a little bit of lore. I guess in 2025, Hassan is so desperate to get a dunk on anybody after getting his butthole blasted by Ethan Klein relentlessly in front of his entire audience, just getting absolutely ass fucked by Ethan Klein, who, I mean, it's insane, right? That he's going to go after a 16-year-old court case when I was 16 about my father that I myself never really looked into, because why the fuck would I look into crimes that my father may or may not have committed? That's not something any 16-year-old boy really has the responsibility of doing. I don't think anybody wants to think that their parent is a horrific person. So, I mean, you have one family, you're born with them, what are you going to do? Let's just go ahead and talk about my entire childhood history, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about my whole childhood history. Let's go, man. Let's go, guys. Let's look at that. Yep. We're going to talk about my childhood, guys. Yep. Because my dad was convicted for sexual assault and sexual harassment back in 2010, 2011. And now that that surfaced on the internet, even though I've already talked about this on my stream before, not to the exact length, as I'm honestly surprised about how much worse it actually was than I originally anticipated. Apparently now that means that I'm a rapist. Yep. That's what Hassan is so desperate to call any of the people who he opposes a rapist. He's now saying, because this guy's your dad, that means that you're a rapist. Yep. I know. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense to you? Oh, well, your dad did this, which means you did that. What the fuck? Yeah, no, I mean this genuinely. Hassan went live on stream yesterday and said, I guess being a bald rapist is a requirement in your family tree. Can you show that clip? Sure. Let's pull it up, dude. Let's pull it up. So let's find it. And then we're going to get into all my childhood trauma. This is going to be so much fun. This is going to be a blast. So here we go. Look, we're going to play the clip in full, man, guys. Let's look at this guy. Let's look at the left, the extreme left's hero. Yes, the pro-socialist. Oh my God. Let's listen to how great of a guy this guy is. I want you to look at how hard this guy's grasping at straws at any attempt to discredit me, that he's willing to go after my father.
I think it's pretty crazy. Oh, here's the. I think this was what I saw. Yeah, this is what I saw on the timeline.
The biggest photo you see is of Colonel Michael Robertson. He was convicted of 14 accounts of sexual assault. He only served 90 days in jail and paid a $30,000 fine.
Never seen that video before. Never seen it.
Bro, that is the craziest. I mean, it's not even a milkshake duck style situation.
Hold up. The clip gets better. The clip gets better.
Like, for a milkshake duck to occur, like, this needs to be a beloved figure and not a bald rapist himself, right? But what was hilarious about this rapist himself occur, like, this needs to be a beloved figure and not a bald rapist himself, right? But what was hilarious about this, what was hilarious about the situation is, like, I didn't know anything about his dad, you know? Literally, where is this reference? You posted, come in with receipts posted, bro. So where did this reference happen? Do you think this person will change their perspective about this guy? Hokai Impact third, got to be the best game. Australia motherfucker.
We'll let it keep going.
Yeah, like what? Why would you invite people looking for this information? It's so crazy. Okay, I investigated by myself, and there's a person with the same name, rank, and similar age to Tectone's dad.
Let's keep going.
He was indeed found guilty of 14 counts of sexual harassment. It definitely wasn't his dad. His dad served in the late 80s, the early 90s. Anything after that, he probably wasn't active and was a reserve. Plus, I know people like Casey, blah, blah, blah.
Let's keep going here.
This month. When / if that happens, how can I roll over my sub streak to YouTube?
He literally references his dad as Iron Mike, which was also the nickname explicitly referenced in the trial of Michael Robertson. It's pretty obviously his father-in-law. It's not a surprise considering the history of sexual abuse that runs in the family. Like, this man has, I guess, epigenetic memories of rape. He had to do it, you know?
So Hassan thinks that due to my father's criminal history, that now I'm also a rapist. Which, in my opinion, guys, a little bit insane. A little bit insane.
He just couldn't. He couldn't stop himself because it's just like, it's a familial obligation over here.
It's a familial obligation. Great things coming from Twitch's top streamer. I know. Is that not just so great to blast in front of 40,000 people? Hassan, I apologize that I've told the truth about you, but drawing that comparison is a little bit odd, don't you think? Now, let's talk about me and my father's history. So, when I was a young boy, I came from a very, very, very poor family. I did. My mother never really treated me well, and I lived with just her. My parents were divorced before I was born, and I was named after my father's best friend because I was supposed to die at birth, John Robert Vines. So, hence my name, John Robert. So I lived with my mother until about third grade, and, you know, something very bad happens to me in this household, of which I don't feel like talking about. I don't feel like talking about it. And due to that thing happening to me, lawyers get involved, the court gets involved, and I now have a choice to either live with my mother and live with my father. Now, obviously, I was afraid of my mother at the time, so answering this question in front of a therapist and a lawyer and my mom and dad at the same time saying, well, son, who do you want to live with, is honestly a little bit scary. Well, anyways, my father was always good to me when I was a kid. He would bring me Beanie Babies back whenever he would come back from his deployment. He would buy me like a game console or something. It was nice. He was like the fun dad, right? He would take me out to go get McDonald's and this place called Paisanos, which is a pizza joint, and it was a good time. When I moved in with my dad, it was a very hands-off relationship with me and my dad. He bought me and my brothers a separate apartment to live, while him and my stepmom lived in a separate apartment. So it was me, a fourth grader, and my two brothers who were in 8th and 10th grade, living in an apartment while he lived in the other apartment. And me and my father never really interacted much. I played video games. He wanted me to do sports. He wanted me to do wrestling. But I didn't really want to do anything physical. So I just stayed at home. I played video games, and I was just considered the failure of the family. I was shit on by pretty much everybody, including my dad. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll be real, I was never really treated too good. And nothing really changed. Nothing really changed. Yeah. So things progress in my life. I'm kind of the black sheep of my family. And obviously I hear that, fast forward to like 10th or 11th grade. Sorry, my memory's a little bit foggy because I don't, this was 16, 17 years ago. Father becomes incredibly violent. And it was a very painful time in my life. I hear that my father has been accused of a crime. Yep, I hear that my father's accused of a crime. And obviously, even though my father never treated me too well, nobody ever really wants to believe that about their dad. Nobody ever really wants to believe that. What my father said happened was that he got sent a chain mail from his army buddies where there was a bunch of naked firefighters, and it was a joke. And he would show that to the people in his platoon. And he told me that he got convicted of sexual harassment and sexual assault because I'm not going to lie, and I'm just going to be real. Like, when you talk to my dad, he be grabbing you. I'm not going to fucking lie. And he doesn't do that anymore because I told him it's fucking weird as shit. But he would like grab your shoulder. He would grab your arm. And he said that's what he got convicted for. And he became incredibly angrier and more bitter at the world. And obviously he took some of the aggression out on me. About 2 days before he got sent to jail, I got back from soccer practice, which I joined because I wanted to make my dad proud. And I put an empty orange soda can on top of my trash can. And my father threw me to the ground and put a gun against my head. And he said, "Give me a good reason not to shoot you." And my brother Mike intervened, and he got me out of that situation. And once my father got sent to prison, I was just a little bit uncomfortable with my life. And so my brother encouraged me to get as far away from this family as humanly possible. Now, obviously, this isn't really anything that I just really want to talk about on stream. However, a really great Twitch streamer is just making me relive my childhood trauma because of all this, which is great. Really fun. I hated my father. I did. I hated him because he never told me that he was proud of me. He always made me feel like a failure. And to be honest, he was quite abusive. Looking into what I heard that he was convicted of, which I never did, I guess 15 years after the fact is quite painful. It is. It's quite painful. Anyways, fast forward a little bit. After I was homeless for a tad, I decided I need to get out of the United States and take my brother's advice and get away from my family. I go to Canada for 8-9 years. I met a girl off of League of Legends, and I don't really talk to my family at all. I would DM them about how sometimes I had no money to where I couldn't even afford to eat, and it got met with laughter. So I really just gave up on my family again. If you guys know me, I'm not really a guy to give up on people who are poor to me. This is a bad trait that I have. I think you guys understand that I'm friends with a lot of people who don't particularly treat me well. And I struggle with understanding what a legitimate friendship, what a legitimate relationship is today. And I have a common trend of the people who I care about and take care of the most are the ones who hurt me the most. I get an offer to join OTK. I come back to Texas. And my father lives around 3 hours away from where I'm moving. My father's followed me my entire career. And he decided that he wanted to reconnect. I was hesitant, but he told me. He told me that he has cancer. And he doesn't think that he has much time left. And so, due to that, which was about 3 or so years ago, I take him back into my life, and it was pretty bumpy. It was pretty bumpy. We maybe talked about once every 3 or 4 months or so. Every now and then we would go get some food. My father wasn't particularly fond of my ex-wife, so we would never really interact that much when she was around. As I'm going through my divorce, he's there for me more than any other human being in my life has ever been there for me. And at that point, I really felt like I finally had a dad. And so our relationship started to get better. And we would meet up on maybe every 2 months, maybe 1 month, and to get some food from our favorite sushi place or our favorite pizza place. Fast forward a little bit longer, we call maybe like every 3 days. My father's met my new girlfriend and has been nothing but sweet to her. And I appreciate that. And about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I download Pokemon Go because he's played it every day since launch. So that way we have an opportunity to spend some time together. But fast forward to now and kind of getting the full picture on what my father has done. It's kind of a lot emotionally to take in. I don't really know I don't really know how to feel about it. I obviously feel awful. And so I suppose due to this all being resurfaced by Hassan, I suppose I will no longer be interacting with my father in any way, shape, or form on my stream or my content. The past 24 hours have been very shocking. It has been very alarming. And I don't really know what to think. Due to what my father was convicted for, which really hurts to say. It's kind of hard to think of your family as a monster. And I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around all this. But I didn't sleep much last night. I honestly didn't want to believe it last night. And I don't really know what to think. But I think the fact that Hassan wants to imply that I'm a monster based off of who my father is disgusting. And you can't choose who your family is. You can't control what they've done. And to imply that I'm a rapist after I myself have been raped twice based on what my father has done? It's just a little bit crazy, isn't it? It's just a little bit crazy. Man, I just blew my nose into an $80 t-shirt, bro. Holy fuck, thank God I got Twitch money. Oh, Jesus. Well, that was a conversation I never thought I would have with my audience. I don't really know what that has to do with me, but I guess here we are. I understand. No, I understand now why so many people are afraid of this guy because he will dig up decades-old information, twist and manipulate and lie about every single narrative to try to get a big W. Great. So, anybody have any questions? Sue him? You gotta
Sending
understand.
Much love. I can't believe how shitty someone can be. Fuck Hassan.
I'm still gonna talk to my father off stream. I don't know how much time he's got left. I understand he's done very horrible things, but I don't really know what to do. It's my dad, and I don't really know what to do. But he'll no longer be a part of my content in any way, shape, or form. I guess I get it. I guess why so many people in Austin pretend to be his friend, because they're fucking horrified of him. And now I think I've understood why there is such a vitriolic hatred for this man. And that is Twitch. That's Twitch's favorite streamer. Now, if anybody thought I was going to stop being live or stop continuing my current type of content due to the wrongdoings of one man, no. To be honest, I actually feel a lot better now after that cry. That was great. Sorry you guys had to see me be a pussy. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'm going to just keep farming the fuck out of them. To be honest. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, straight up. I'm good. Yeah, it is what it is. There's not really anything he can say to deter me whatsoever, to be completely fucking honest. Yeah, I think the guy's an absolute piece of shit. Do I think he's in the wrong for what he said about my dad? No, not really. I mean, at the end of the day, those are fucking public court documents. But try to tie me to that because of who my dad is, bro, you're retarded. You're just fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like, this whole apple doesn't fall far from the tree shit, go fuck yourself, dude. We all know the great guy your dad was. Thankfully, I have a little bit of class to actually not talk about that. What a fucking joke. Anyways, we're going to be having a podcast with Dan Saltman later, which I bet is going to be so great. We have a great podcast with Dan Saltman and Nux Taku. That will be happening in 53 minutes. Hassan's favorite streamers. And it's gonna be great. Brother. Yep. It's gonna be great. You should get Destiny. Well, here's the thing. Destiny hates everybody. What are you gonna talk about? Man, I wonder. But Dan is obviously banned off of Twitch. So we will be having a YouTube exclusive stream for that, which I'm very, very, very excited about. And I hope you guys are too. Thank you guys for the subs. Thank you guys for the follows. I greatly appreciate that. We are back to business as usual. Being upset don't do shit. It don't. But hopefully now we can lock the fuck in. And I apologize you had to see me look like a bitch. I do feel a lot better though. Destiny's such a grumpy shit. Destiny is a very grumpy shit, but man, is this content entertaining. Hassan is backed into a corner. He's going to flail like prey and throw anything he can to you. Fuck that guy. You the man, never forget. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah. No, I understand that this is the actions of a man who is horrified to lose everything that he built up. These are the actions of someone who just got colossally fucked in his ass by a man he thought was his prey. I'm not worried about it at all. And here's the thing. I'm not like these other streamers who will ever just simply go away. I'm not. I don't do that. Yeah, I'll just get through it. It is what it is. But yeah, hopefully that answers any of you guys' questions. Yep. Hopefully that answers any of y'all's questions. How'd you guys enjoy learning about my family trauma? Was that good? Was that a fun little bit of lore? Wasn't that so good? It was amazing. Yep. First time I actually tuned into your live stream. Wasn't expecting this. Hey, man, neither was I. Yep, neither was I. Yep, weird as fuck. Yeah, crazy as fuck. Yep. It was wild. It was wild. It was wild. Anyways, Hassan taking shots at Asmon again. Yeah, let's hear it. Great. This is an impressive display of The Rock, given the most successful right-wing commentator in North America.
Prime big man.
How is Asmongold right-wing? Am I crazy? By the way, Sip Steven unfollowed me on Twitter. Wait, what is this? Hassan hits back at psychotic accusation against him by Lav Loon. Complete fabrication. Ooh, what is this? Twitch streamer Hassan responded to an allegation made against him by a fellow streamer, Lavoon, who claimed that he slept with a 17-year-old. Hassan has said that allegation is false and psychotic. Ooh, okay. Well, this is odd. Responding during his stream, Hassan was not keen to give claims too much attention. I will not be addressing this any further, he began. I talked to the person, she was very upset that the psycho cam was making these said claims. I'll just say it, the accusations are insane, but also on top of that, but given who the person is, the accusations are so psychotic that would make it mainstream news. This person will probably get sued for a lot of money, not by me, by the way, for making this shit up. That's wild. Anyways, I actually don't go in on accusations. I wait for proof, and to be honest, I could definitely levy that you're a child predator, but I won't do that. I'll just say that for the Diddy parties that you went through, that you admitted yourself. Very wild. Yeah, so the thing is that I myself got called right-wing, which I really don't even know. At this point, I don't even know what right-wing means. Because if me saying that terrorism is bad and support our troops is good, that makes me right-wing. What does that even mean? You are a rapist, though. That is a fact. Really? I wonder why you think that. Hey guys, welcome to Hassan's community. Isn't that so cool? Welcome to Hassan's community. Oh, Hassan's getting owned in a fucking argument. I'm gonna go try to convict this guy of a crime. Yeah, man. Great community. But it is what it is. If you're neutral, you're considered right-wing nowadays. So can someone give me an example of what a right-wing commentator is? Is like right-wing like Andrew Tate? Is that it? Is like let me Google what this means. What does being right-wing mean? All right, let's see it. Let's get educated, man, because I'll be real, I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle, to be honest. Yeah, let's see it.
Hey, it's Dan Zimmerman. Welcome to Illustrate to Educate.
Hey, man.
Don't forget to subscribe for weekly, objective videos on topics that matter.
Great.
Have you ever wondered what a political spectrum is?
I have.
Or what does left-wing and right-wing mean? In this video, I'll explain all of this and more in a simple and
I was told an alt-right grifter is anybody you disagree with on Twitter.
objective way. A political spectrum is a way to describe and classify different political ideologies in relation to one another.
Wow.
These positions can be mapped out on a single geometric axis.
Better yet, why don't we just go ahead and figure it out? Political compass test. Let's figure out what I am. Yeah, let's figure it out. Let's see if I'm a right-wing grifter or not. Okay, great. Speak la Deutsch. This is in a survey. These aren't questions, they're propositions. Okay, how do I start? Now try the, English, great. All right. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity than the interest of transnational corporations. That makes sense to me. Right? That makes sense to me. Am I crazy? Like, okay, if economic globalization is inevitable, let me Google that phrase real quick. Let me Google that. All right, let me Google this. Economic globalization. Okay, economic globalization refers to the increasing integration and interdependence of national economies worldwide, driven by the rapid movements of goods, services, technology, capital. Yeah, it makes sense. Serve the people, not the government, sure. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. Hell no. Why the fuck would I do that? No. If my country's done something bad, I wouldn't support it. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. I absolutely agree. I wouldn't necessarily say it's foolish, but it is kind of odd. Yeah, that's fine. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. Okay, hold up. So is this saying that my race is better than other people's races? Okay. Disagree. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I understand this mentality. And usually it's true. Usually it's true. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. Sure. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like the police, man. Sometimes you got to break the law to uphold the law. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yep. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, people are ultimately divided more by class than nationality. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yep, true. Okay. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. I think if you control inflation, then that could lead to more employment and more adequate living spaces. So I would probably agree with that. I think that would agree with that because I do think inflation is what leads to unemployment. Yeah, and also if there's less inflation, then people who are living off of welfare can probably have an easier time living. Okay, because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Absolutely, I fucking hate corporations, 100%. From each according to his ability, to each according to his need, is fundamentally a good idea. Isn't this just communism? From each according to his ability, to each according to his need. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. You know? That kind of makes sense. When you say it like that, that kind of makes sense. But the problem is, like, it's a good idea, but the problem is the practicality of implementing that. This is a really glass half full scenario where you're like, oh yeah, if everybody just gets what they need and nobody takes anything more than that, then everything's great. But the problem is the regulation of that always leads to corruption. And it's like, I feel like this. If you're a little kid, you should be a communist, right? Because like the idea makes sense when you're a kid. But when you grow up, you're like, oh, it would never work though, right? That's the problem. So I think fundamentally it's a good idea, but I don't think the practicality of implementing it is like feasible. But that being said, it's asking me if I think it's a good idea, to which I say, yeah, sure. All right. The freer the market, the freer the people. Abso-fucking-lutely. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. Yeah, I absolutely agree that water costing money is fucking insane. The fact that I got to pay $3.29 for a bottle of Dasani blows my fucking mind. Communism only works if it's all voluntary. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense to me. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. I also absolutely fucking agree. Yeah. Well, not strongly. I more so agree. I understand why it needs to be bought and sold. But yeah, I think it kind of is a little bit like, well, why are we doing this? It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. Yeah. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. Let me Google what that word means. Protectionism. This means protectionism refers to government politics that restrict international trade primarily to shield domestic industries from foreign competition. Government policies that restrict international trade primarily to shield domestic industries from foreign competition. These restrictions can take various forms, including tariffs, quotas, and subsidies. Okay. Do I think tariffs are sometimes necessary? Sure. Why not? Like, I can see it going no either way. The problem is doing them properly. It's kind of the issue. The only social responsibility of the company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. Fuck no. Fuck no. Doing right by the consumer should be their number one priority, because without them, they have nothing. The rich are too highly taxed. Yes, I agree. Yep. Absolutely agree. Bro, XQC was taxed 52% in Canada. 52? Brother, if they're taxing him 52% off of what he's making, that means they're doing half of his job, which means somebody should come in from the fucking tax office and do his job for him every other day. Yeah, no, that's way too highly taxed. I agree. Yep. 100%. 100%. Yep. Yep. All right, cool. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher... Like, once again, I understand why they're taxed higher, but I find it fucking ridiculous. This means billionaires, not millionaires, or most of them are getting tax evaded without getting caught. I'll be real, man, and I'm just going to say this, man. I think if you're losing half of your income every year, I think that's a little bit too much, man. I do. I do think that's a little bit too much. But plus at the end of the day, bro, taxes, like, they don't even exist, right? They say that we're taking all this fucking money to fix our roads, but I'll be real, I drove over 9 potholes this fucking morning. Anyways, millionaires should be taxed more. Yeah, but you're only saying that because you're broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you're just a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you're just a hater at that point. You're like, man, fuck him. Man, fuck him, bro. What does Asmund say? Damn, I saw somebody said Asmund says something. Asmund says this. Asmund says that? Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Asmund says the same, though. He wishes to pay more. Good for him, man. I don't. Yep. I don't. I'm good, man. Yeah, like, listen. I know the right play to be a Pokemon or to be a Hassan and say, oh, man. Yeah, millionaires? Oh, dude, strongly disagree. Oh, this is crazy. We need to eat the rich. We need to tax them more. Nah, I'm good, man. I think it's crazy. Yep. I think that shit's crazy. Anyways, those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Ooh. Nah. I feel like everybody deserves the same treatment of our doctors and our nurses. I understand where they're going, but I think that creates a very slippery slope for our nation as a whole. And I think everybody should have the same treatment. Here's the thing, man. This whole rich or too highly taxed thing. I think them losing 52% of their money already is fucking insane. But here's a better idea. I think our government should just pull their heads out of their ass where it's not reliant on their citizens to get them out of the debt that they got us all into. My opinion. Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Absolutely. 100%. A genuine free market requires restriction on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Absolutely agree. Okay. Abortion when the woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal. So here's my stance on abortion. I feel, once again, I'm pro-life. I want to make that very clear. I'm not going to hide this from you guys. Unless I believe if the woman was raped or it's a product of incest or the mother's life is in danger, I feel like they should have the kid. I think a lot of kids are aborted due to negligence, and I think that's a very sad thing. I think it also depends on when do you believe a human is a human, and obviously that's very much debated. But I feel like if you're getting an abortion after 3 months of, it's taking seed, I just don't really like it too much, man. Yeah, I'm not really a fan about that. So I'm going to disagree slightly. Abortion when a woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal, because I do think there are scenarios where abortion should be okay. But I think it's kind of disgusting because I lived in a town where everybody was getting knocked up and everybody was getting aborted. This was El Paso, Texas. Yeah. And I just find it disgusting when these people are going out there. They don't know what a condom is. They don't know. I'm cool with contraceptions. You can use Plan B. I don't care. But I feel like if you're having raw dog sex, you get a chick pregnant, either get that shit aborted within the first 3 weeks or just realize it. But that's a human life. Anyways, yeah. All authority should be questioned. Absolutely agree. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Slightly agree. But that can lead down a very slippery slope because if you do an eye for an eye, the whole world becomes blind. But that being said, if somebody fucks on you, you got to fuck on them back. Yeah. Techie, you don't know if you're pregnant in 3 weeks? I don't think that's true. Hold up. How long after sex till a birth test works? A home pregnancy test is generally reliable around 2 weeks after unprotected sex. Yes, you can. Maybe my numbers are getting mixed up, but I'll be real. If you're having raw, unprotected sex and you're taking full loads in your pussy, what do you think's gonna happen? What are you taking that? Are you taking that shit by accident? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How's that? Get on birth control, brother. Use a condom. Pull out, right? When you have sex, though, that you would be pregnant to test. Yeah, anyways. Okay, cool. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. Yeah, sure. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. Let me just make sure. I believe that means required, right? Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. I think everybody should be required to get an education. I do. I think we will become a society of barbarians if our youth, the next generation, are not willing or required to get educated. So I'm going to strongly disagree with that. I feel like every child needs to get an education, 100%. All people have their rights, but it's better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep their own kind. What the fuck? No, hell no. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. Absolutely not. If you have to hit your child to discipline them, you have failed as a parent. Absolutely. You have failed as a fucking parent 1,000,000 fucking percent. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. I mean, yeah, that's true. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. I also 100% agree. Yeah, I think the fact that marijuana is illegal is a fucking joke. Just make it universally available to everybody and then just tax the shit out of it, just like beer. Now, that being said, I don't do marijuana, but I see no reason for it to be illegal. Yeah. Once again, not a druggie. But if you can drink beer, there's not really any difference between beer and marijuana. Yeah, I find it kind of ridiculous how you can say, yeah, you can go to war at 18, but you can't toke. You can't smoke marijuana or drink beer till you're 21. What the fuck is that? The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. True. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to oh my God. No, I'm good, man. That's crazy. The most important, like I understand, like it'll lead to the betterment of society. Like that's just fucking insane. That's like such a cruel thing. You know, that's far too cruel. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Yeah, I would say I feel like without discipline, you're pretty much a failure as a human being. There are no savage and civilized people. There are only different cultures. Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like some of these motherfuckers have like indigenous tribes living on islands where they like eat people are like low-key different than these Asians who go and play gachapon in their fucking pachinko machines. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a big difference. So, yeah, nah, I disagree. Yeah, cool. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. I absolutely agree. Yup. Yes, sir. 100%. If you can work a job, you should be working a job. My opinion. When you are troubled, it's better to not think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. Yeah, I agree. I try not to dwell on the past. First-generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. I don't know about that. I mean, I guess I get it. I guess there might be like a language barrier. It's kind of hard, don't you think? This one's kind of hard. I can see it going either way. I guess this is a very like definitive statement, so I'll disagree with it due to the fact that it's like trying to be very objective, that like there's no examples whatsoever. If it were to say on average, I would probably say agree, but universally, I don't know about that. What's good for the most successful corporation is ultimately good for all of us. Fuck no. Jesus, fuck no. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. No broadcasting institution, however independent, its content should receive public funding. Is this saying that like PBS is bad? I feel like it's important for the poors to have a channel to watch on their TV that doesn't have cable. So I'm going to disagree with that slightly. I feel like it's fine for some channels to receive public funding if they're for the betterment of our society's entertainment culture. Our civil liberties are excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. This one I'm kind of like too uninformed on, but I would say a lot of the changes like airports are definitely, I don't know if it's excessively. Excessively. Okay, maybe it's a little bit too much. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. A significant advantage. Well, is it? Let me Google this. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed. How are our civil liberties being curbed in the name of counterterrorism? The U.S. Patriot Act of George W. Bush has meant that counterterrorism has come into question with the level of which it violates the civil rights of its citizens, including the opening of special detention facility of Guantanamo Bay, harsh treatment and interrogation process. Okay, I guess so. All right, cool. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay the process in a democratic political system. Sure. Yeah. Plus, I guess the cool thing about having laws that operate from state to state. Wait, what? What? What's wrong with this one? Dictatorship, let's go. Wait, this is about dictatorship? Wait, how is this dictatorship? That means dictatorship? Oh, I thought this was about like each state in the United States have different laws. So like if you're a member of the United States, you can move to the state of which has like the rules and regulations that you can bear with the most. So that's not what that means? No, that's not what that means. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, great. Okay, great. That's why I'm glad y'all are here. Thank you, guys. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. No, I feel like this shit low-key annoying, no? I feel like this shit's like low-key annoying as fuck. Yeah, no, I'm good. It's just so fucking inconvenient. It sucks ass. I hate when I go to Pornhub and I have to show my face to the fucking camera before I just crank my hog to Mandy Muse. It's like, bro, come the fuck on, man. Like, let me be anonymous in some regards. The death penalty should only be an option for the most serious crimes. Absolutely, 100%. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. I mean, honestly, yeah. It would be really nice if everybody could just get along forever, but that's just like not how it works. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not how it works. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. Agree. Abstract art is dumb as fuck. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Punishment more important than rehabilitation? It would be cool if like punishment worked and everybody could go back to normal, but like that's just not really how that works, right? It also really depends on the crime, right? I'm going to disagree with that. It's a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Yes, I agree. I think there are some criminals that are just like, they're too far gone, sure. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Strongly disagree. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be housemakers. Oh, no. Oh, no, dude. Oh, no, dude. Oh, no, dude. Listen, all I'm saying is if I was a woman fighting for if I was a woman and I saw other women out there fighting for my right to get a job, I would say, bitch, why are you ruining my life? Just let me take care of these kids and take care of the house, and there it is. Listen, I'll just be real. I think that moms, on average, like way more on average, are way better than dads at being a homemaker, right? Like women just have this innate ability to care more than men, and they're just better at it. They're just better, right? Like, I don't know why, and once again, not all dads are worse than mothers. There's a lot of great single dads, but I just think that I'm old school. You know what I mean? Like the guys gather the money, they pay for everything. The woman takes care of the house and takes care of the kids. You know, like that's what a normal functioning household looks like to me. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe this is a bad take, but yeah. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I slightly agree. But that being said, obviously, I think every woman should be allowed to do whatever they want. But I just know that moms make better parents than dads do for their kids. So that makes sense to me in a normalized society. But yeah, almost all politicians promise economic growth, but we should heed the warnings of climate science that growth is detrimental to our efforts to curb global warming. Almost all politicians promise economic growth, but we should heed the warnings of climate science that growth is detrimental to our efforts to curb global warming. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, no, I strongly agree. I firmly believe in global warming. I don't really know how to disagree with global warming. It's very apparent that it's happening. And I do think that we need to do something about the climate. Like, what I was thinking was maybe we get everybody on Earth to all open their refrigerators for like a month straight at the same time, right? And then that'll just cool down the environment. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or like maybe we take a bunch of ice and we put it into the ocean, and then we fix it that way. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. I think if you don't make peace with the, well, it depends. That also means like, does that mean blindly rolling over and accepting it? So like, let me see here. So if you accept it for the reality of what it is, you can live a happier life. But that also mean blindly accepting a society that is unjust and problematic and fuck over the generations to come. So me personally, I think I disagree. It's for those who come after. I don't think you should blindly accept everything your government wants to do. Astrology accurately explains many things. Strongly disagree. You cannot be moral without being religious. I strongly disagree. I used to believe this. When I was 18, but no. Everybody has their own moral compass. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. I'll be real. Like, I'm a charity, like, conspiracy theorist. I really just feel like charities, like, just don't be doing shit. Like, I feel like there's so many scummy charities. Like, it's like you have to, like, vet through, like, 99,000 charities to find a good one. But that's just my opinion. Some people are naturally unlucky. I absolutely agree. Yep, just look at enviosity. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. No, you don't need that in schools. You don't. As a religious man myself, or at least a spiritual man, I don't think you need to teach the kids about that. I think when you're forcing people to learn about religion, that's when they become atheist. It's like the old saying, what's the quickest way to become atheist? Have Christian parents. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. No, I disagree. I used to think this. I used to think this. But then I realized that before you lock into a marriage, making sure that you're sexually compatible is like super important. And figuring out the trials and tribulations of what's good and what's bad is great. So yeah, no, I don't think it's usually immoral. I do think there is sex that is immoral. I think if you sleep around, you're just a piece of shit, to be completely honest. And I think like you're just like wasting your seed. But that's just my opinion. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. I strongly agree. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think gay kids can raise, or gay people can raise kids, 100%. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Yeah, absolutely. Why would porn not be legal? What the fuck? What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. I absolutely agree. No one can naturally feel homosexual. No, I disagree. No, I strongly disagree. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. I disagree. I think you can go further. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I mean, that being said, the pride parades are a little bit much. Like, these people, like, walk around with their dicks out is insane. It depends. Do we want to make the extremists set the rule? That's kind of like the problem. You know what I mean? And I think we will. I think this is saying in totality, I do think it has gone actually pretty far. I think the pride parades are a little bit fucking nuts. All right, what's this? So, where am I? Okay, what does this mean? Does this make sense for me or no? Am I a dirty fucking liberal? Am I a fucking libtard? Wait, but I keep getting told that I keep being told that I'm far right. Why do I keep getting told that I'm far right? Am I crazy? Like I'm so confused. You're far right because Hassan is extremely far left? Not accurate. I'm a Maoist. See the left line? Hold up. You're far right of that left line. Oh, I see. Anything that isn't far left equals far right. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right, gotcha. Yeah, I still don't even know how to even be far right. I just don't get it. Here, let me screenshot this.
Link, can you react to this techie?
Sure. Let me do this. I'm gonna make that a video on my YouTube. I think that was a great video. I think it was a great time. Did you guys enjoy that? VOD 117, my political test. Make that a video. You're becoming alt right. All right, cool. The one accusing you are even further left than this. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Truly a shame, man. Truly a shame. That political compass test is super biased. It's slanted to make all good-sounding answers leftist. Almost nobody doesn't get leftist. Really. Yeah, I just don't get it, man. Yeah, I'll be real. Like, I really, truly don't get it. I truly don't get it. Incoming reply saying that's bad? Yeah, sure. Did I say anything that was, like, worrisome to you guys? Like, I'm confused. Did I say anything that was, like, worrisome to you guys or no? Alt-right makes sense. Asma got the same thing? Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, nah, you're good. No, I got middle right. Here's the cool video explaining the whole compass you're going to react. No, I'm good. Well, kind of. All right. Here's the thing, boys. Here's the thing. We are doing a lot of content that will not be allowed on Twitch. Okay? We're going to be doing this in about 15 minutes. All right? So I want you guys to go over to my YouTube because I cannot stream the upcoming content on Twitch. Okay? So if you can, I'm still streaming. I'm just going to be continuing this stream on YouTube because I cannot stream this content on Twitch. Why not? Because I'm interviewing a band streamer. His name's Dan Saltman. I'm interviewing a band streamer. I cannot stream this. On Twitch. Okay? So I'll see you guys over on YouTube. I hope you guys will come over to YouTube. I'm still live right now. We got currently 10,000 viewers here on YouTube, which is pretty damn good. Make sure to like the stream if you're watching this right now, and press subscribe if you're new here. I would greatly appreciate that. Look at that. 200 people just hopped over. Look at that, man. Look at that. I will be ending stream. I will be back live again tomorrow on both platforms, 9 a.m. CST. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope you all enjoyed the stream on Twitch. We're going live on YouTube. So I'll see you over there. Bye, Twitch. Bye, Twitch.